Alright folks, welcome back to another daily dose of Sudoku. We have got a medium puzzle, which after playing this for quite a while, what I have found the medium puzzle likes to do is give us some vertical and horizontal solutions where we have to count, like see how there's a 1 here, it looks like that's the only one in the whole puzzle. But if we were to count in a fashion that would give us certain numbers in a row, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is missing a 6, 7, missing an 8, and a 9. So right there, this can only be a 6 or an 8. So if I found another number, like say right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, could be a 7, 8, or could be a 9. So this mediums like to do this crisscross pattern where you've got to use both horizontal and vertical to count them down. And maybe this one is a decoy. Maybe it's a decoy. Ooh. So let's keep an eye out for that bad boy. But let's go ahead and start looking for some duplicates, some pairs. So like for instance, see these two 4s? 4 across the top, 4 through the middle. Only one spot left for the 4. So we like these pairs. They like to help out quite a bit. Looking for some pairs, I'm looking for pairs that can eliminate, kind of give me a single number like that. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. Because I see a bunch of pairs, but they just kind of given some halfway solutions, which is okay. We'll come back to those here in just a second. Just letting my mind do some wanderings here, looking at the 8s and the 5s. Those are pairs. We've got some 5s. There we go. 5 across the top, 5 in the right. Just one spot left for our number 5 there. 5 in the right, 5 through the center, 5 on top. One spot left for the 5 there. Alright, and then down here we should have a 5 on the top, 5 in the bottom, 5 in the left. All of our 5s are now complete. Isn't that lovely? Very nice, very nice. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. We now have a 9 that goes across the top. Only leaves one spot. Don't even need 2 9s for that one. But now we do have a 9 across the top, 9 through the middle, and a 9 through the right. It's going to give us a 9 over here. Very good. Let's see what else we have. We've got 2 numbers missing here. Looks like a 1 and a 3, and we do have a helpful 3 right there. And now we've got 2 1s. Look at that. Alright, so now we've got 3 numbers missing here. We've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. We need a 6. Well, we've got a 6 here, so it can't be any one of these two. So if this 6 comes up the middle, 6 up the right, only one spot left for the 6. And then we have a 7 and a 9. Those are the only 2 numbers left here, so let's jot those down, and that's now double locked. Cannot be any other number because that's the only 2 numbers left for this row. So now we have some locked features over here, like for instance this 2 says there can't be a 2 here, so that means we have a 2 over here. We have a 3, let's see, where's our 1? Where's our 1? 1 can be anywhere, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we also have an 8. There we go. See an 8 and a 2? That double locks these 2 fellers. No matter what they're going to be, that has to be an 8 and a 2, which only means that is the only spot left for a 1. 1 through the center, 1 through the middle. Only spot left for a 1. We have a 2 and an 8. So that tells us the missing number up here looks like a 4. There we go. And now we know the 2 numbers that are missing here is a 7 and a 9. And we do have a helpful 9 here. So there's our 9 and there's our 7. Okay, so now we got those 3 quads done. Quads? Cubes? Not quads. They're not 4s. They're 9s. Alright, so let's look now for some other pairs. We have these 9s here, 9 through the center, 9 through the bottom. Only one spot left for the 9. What else do we have? Now we have 3 numbers here that we know what they're going to be. We know we need a 1. We know we need a 2, and it can't be here. And we know we need a 7. So we need a 1, 2, and a 7. Now we do need a 7 across the bottom, and we have a 7 through the left, so this is the only spot left for a 7. We now have a 7 in the right, 7 in the left, 7 in the bottom. Only place for it here is in the middle. Alright, that's handy. What else do we have to help us out? Alright, we'll just keep going on these. I'm still waiting for that crisscross solution. We haven't ran into it just yet. I know it's going to be there. Like this, maybe, right here. Because, see, we've got a lot of numbers. What do we got? No, we still have a 6 and an 8 there. That's the same spot I picked earlier. I know they're hiding it. I know they're hiding it. We're going to find it. For these medium puzzles, there's always been one of those silly crisscross numbers. Well, let's see what we can find. Okay. Let's see what else here. Patterns, patterns, patterns. Let's do some marks here. So we're missing some numbers here. We know that there's got to be a 7 in one of these two because the 7 through the middle and the 7 through the bottom. Let's see here. What else do we have? We're missing a 2, which has to be either here or here. I'm just looking at this row. And then we're missing, it looks like an 8. Okay. Alright. Looking at this row here, we need a 1, which is going to be here or here. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 6, and then we need an 8. And that can be any one of those 3. Okay. Alright, so let's just leave those there for just a moment. Let's see what else we have that can help us out. Okay. We have a 1. We need a 2. So the 2 has to go here and here. We have a ghost line here and a physical line here and a 2 that comes up. So we know that's our 2. Just marking those fellers out. We need a 3. Oh, perfect. Look at that, folks. These are double locks. See the 3 right there? And then what's the number we're missing is a 6. So 6 has to go here. No other place to go for it. Has to be because we can't have a 2 there. Cannot have a 3 there. That's that crisscross right there. There it is, folks. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only a spot for a 6, 7, 8, 9. Ha-ha! There it is. Told you it was going to be there. All right, now we have a 6 through the middle, 6 across the top, and 6 through the center. Only spot left for a 6. Okay, so now we have only 2 spots over here left for the 6. Very good. Alright, so we have a 2 and a 3. That tells us this one can only be a 4. We also have a 4 across the top, 4 across the bottom. Alright, now we have a 4 in the right, 4 down the center, 4 through the middle. Only spot left now is a 4. 4 through the middle, 4 through the bottom, 4 through the center, 4 through the right. Only spot left for a 4. Our 4s are now complete. Alright, we're missing 2 numbers here, and that looks like a 1 and a 2. Is that right? A 1 and a 2 for this column. So let's jot those numbers down, shall we? Okay. Alrighty. What else do we have? Alright. What was the other number? We're missing an 8. Okay, so now we've got 2 numbers missing here. An 8 and a 3. An 8 and a 3. Is there anything to help us? Not just yet. 3 and an 8. A 3 and an 8. That's okay. We'll just... Why did I put a 2 in there? Couldn't see my numbers very well. Okay, 3 and an 8. Very good. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. I'm looking down here at these cubes. There's a lot of... This one's fully resolved out for the numbers that we know. Now these guys here are missing some numbers. So let's look at these numbers here for just a moment. Okay, so this 1 comes across and this 1 comes down. So we've got a 1 here or a 1 here. Comes across, so 1 can be any one of these 3. We've got a 2. 2 comes across. 2 can be any one of these 3 because we've got the 2 in the bottom. So a 3, we have a 3 across and a 3 across, so we could be, either one of these could be a 3. They've all got the 4s, they've all got the 5s. Alright, we have a 6 across the bottom, a 6 across the middle, so 6 can be one of these two. And that matches here, right? So, okay, one of these two have to be a 6. Now that tells me that this one cannot be a 6. Okay? Because look at this, a 6 comes down here and a 6 comes across here. So either way, one of these two have to be a 6. So we have a solid crossed here. This is a ghost row, and then we have a middle and a left. So this one here has to be a 6. Okay, that helps us out a little bit. Okay, all right. So I don't want to get distracted. Where was I? I was working down here on these guys. So we've got the 6s. So now let's look at our 7s. Okay, so we have a 7 there, 7, 7, 7, 7 there. All right, 7s. Okay, and now what about our 8s? Do we have any helpful 8s? No helpful 8s. What about 9s? Very good. 9 down the center, 9 down the right. So this is the only spot left for a 9. Now that's going to come over here, help us resolve this 9 and this 7. All right, that's going to help us with this 9 and this 7. Now we now have a 9 across the top, a 9 through the center. This is the only spot left that now can be a 9. Now we don't have any other spots for the 1. This has to be our 1. This one now has to be our 2. Okay. So now we're going to bring a 2 across the middle, 2 across the bottom, 2 up the left side. This is the only spot now left for a 2, only spot left for a 7, and now the only spot left for an 8. Okay, this one now only has one spot left for the 1 because it cannot be here in the center, which now means this is the only spot left for the 6, which helps us out with the 6. Things just start to cascade fairly quickly here. We got this 3 here, which means our 3 has to go here, and that only one spot left for the 2. Okay, we got 2 numbers missing here. One of them is a 2, but it can't be in the top, so down here goes our 2, and then it looks like we're missing an 8. Very good, so now our 2 comes down here, cascades to help us with these 2 numbers. Alright, now this can't be a 1 anymore, and if we look through this row, we see we're only missing an 8. Which now has to go here. So now we have an 8 in the right, an 8 in the top, so there has to be an 8 right here, which only leaves me a 1 in this particular row. Alright, so now up here we've got a 3 and a 7 that are missing. A 3 and a 7, and here we have a 1 and a 3. A 1 and a 3 that are missing. Okay, now up here in this top row we were missing 3 numbers, a 1, a 2, and a 7. Well, now that we have this 7 here, that means neither a 2 or a 7 can be here. That means only a 1 is the only thing left to go there. And of course here's a 2, so a 2 can only go here, and then a 7 can only go there. We have our 8 here, so there's our 8, there's our 3. Just cleaning up pencil marks here, folks. That's sometimes I'll have so many pencil marks I'll get myself confused, and then I'll go look back and I'll start to see them. Okay, so we got 2 numbers missing here again, 1 and a 3, and there's a 1 and there's a 3, so we're just going to swap those and put a 3 and a 1. Alright folks, so there you go for a medium puzzle. We did some ghost rows where 2 spots can only be 2 numbers, and so that means for the row or the column, I call them ghost rows, but they can go any direction. They can't be anything else, so that gives you a solution, or helpful anyways, to resolve the other numbers. And that vertical and horizontal solution. In the medium puzzles, I always find the horizontal and vertical puzzles. So once you start finding certain patterns, you know what to look for, depending on the difficulty level. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to pause it at the beginning, print these games off, and give them a go. And please feel free to leave comments, suggestions, or challenges. I welcome them all. And thanks for watching, folks. We'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.